Hello and a very good morning, everyone. Welcome back to today's Market Outlook. My name is Edmund, and today is a Monday, 6th of July 2020. So, before we have a look at what is coming up for today, let us have a quick recap on where we left off as of last Friday. So, last Friday was a holiday for the US markets as they observe the US Independence Day on the 4th of July. So we can see shortly that on Friday markets was not really moving much, and however this morning as we are speaking the US dollar is weakening, and of course we see the UK pound and also the euro dollar starting to strengthen. So before we look into the technical charts analysis, for last Friday we had a set of economic data coming out from Europe, which was the services purchasing managers index numbers all the way from 3:15 p.m. We had the Spain services PMI, which came in better than market expectations, came in at 50.2, and also for the French and German purchasing managers index all came in positive. The only shortfall was the Italian services PMI numbers, which came in at 46.4, and it was just a little bit below market expectations of 46.9. Okay, so but overall on average the data last Friday was good and was above average. Okay, even in the morning session last Friday we had the Caixin services PMI numbers, which came in at 58.4, way above market expectations of 53.8. So as we are all aware, the US was on a holiday last Friday, and as you can see, or as we will see shortly in the technical charts analysis, when the US is on holiday, we can see that trading movements, liquidity, and movements are pretty much subdued. Okay, also let's have a look. Even for the euro dollar, last Friday was pretty quiet, and also for gold prices. Okay, so that was the data for last Friday, and again we see the importance that the US financial markets play in the daily foreign exchange markets. When the US is not around, when the US is not participating on the markets, we can see the liquidity and trading volumes being largely reduced. Okay, so for today, Monday, 6th of July 2020, at 2 p.m. today, we will be having the monthly German factory orders numbers. Again, this is considered minor data, and towards 4:30 p.m. we will be having the investor confidence numbers. So the investor confidence data is for the Eurozone sector, and towards also at 4:30 p.m. but this time from the UK, we will be having the construction PMI numbers. At 5 p.m. the Eurozone will be releasing the monthly retail sales data, and towards the evening from the US markets, we will be having the Institute of Supply Management non-manufacturing PMI data. Okay, so let's have a quick look, see what are the market forecasts. Oops, sorry. Okay, here we go. So for tonight's set of data, as we can see for the Institute of Supply Management non-manufacturing PMI numbers, markets are expecting the numbers to come in at 50.0. Again, if the numbers come in above 50, number one is it will be better than market expectations, and number two, any reading above 50 is considered an expansionary number. Okay, meaning that the activities or the sector is expanding. And retail sales wise, we are expecting 15% figure from the Eurozone, and also for the Centix investor confidence numbers, we are expecting it to improve from negative 10.8 to, well, if it comes in better than negative 10.8, it should be like, negative 9 or negative 8, and if it comes in worse, it should be negative 11 or negative 12. Okay, so these are what we are expecting. In terms of economic data, again, besides the US data, which will possibly have a significant impact on the US dollar, for the afternoon set of economic calendar or economic data, It is considered minor data. However, we still expect the UK pound or even the euro dollar to have reasonable movement, easily between possibly 50 to 100 pips today during the UK trading session and leading up towards the US trading session. Okay, so that is the events and the data for today. And let us just have a look and see a quick one. Again, we saw that the US dollar ended the week lower at about 97.14 levels as risk sentiment was largely improved after the positive US jobs report, which was reported last Thursday, coming in at 4.8 million jobs created. And also last week we had a set of purchasing managers index activities reports, which also came in largely positive. Okay, so just a quick look again. This will be the US dollar index trading on last Friday, and this was just this morning, okay, at about 3+5, 8 a.m. The US dollar is starting to weaken, and we can see the UK pound strengthening marginally, and also the euro dollar strengthening even to a larger extent, okay, going up about 36 pips. So other data or events which was released over the last 72 hours, German economic minister Mr. Peter Altmaier mentioned that or commented that the German economy will shrink by 6% this year in the year 2020, and will probably have an economic growth of 5% in the year 2021. Okay. In terms of the US Independence Day, in terms of the speech by US President Donald Trump, so in commemoration of the US Independence Day, Donald Trump sent a message or conveyed a message that a tremendous victory was at hand, and the country will be greater than ever before once this pandemic is over. Of course, to be realistic, the numbers in the US, especially in certain states such as Florida and Texas, has recorded record increases, and of course, for a third straight day leading up to July the 4th, more than 50,000 new coronavirus cases has been detected on a daily basis. Okay, so yeah, by all means, I hope that Mr. Donald Trump is correct, and the country will recover and become greater than ever before. So that will be the comments for the last 72 hours. Let us move on to the technical charts analysis section.